yo. How y'all doing today, man? Welcome to the Legends Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things anime, sports, pop culture, and video game related, man. I'm your host, Mr. Legendary. I'm here with my boy Hayes again. I think he stepped away for a little bit, but nonetheless, I appreciate y'all for stopping in here this evening. Hope y'all are well. Out West Perky, how y'all doing today, man? Welcome to the pod. I'm broke. Hey, it's all good, Brody.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro. What's happening?
Cool. Chilling, man. How about you, man?
I am good, bro. I'm happy it's Friday. Your boy's been tired this week, but we chilling. Perky
Yes,
Out West.
sir.
Welcome to the live, man. Yo, bro, you sexy. Okay, this dude already starting out. But off the rip, y'all see the title, bro. Y'all already know what's popping, man. It's been the main talking point of the past 2 weeks. Squid Games. Now, it's hard to find a single person who hasn't watched this show yet. And I gotta say, I know there are shows that are similar to it, but the show's fire, dog.
It is a really good show.
I know we had talked about it previously, off stream and whatnot, but to those of you that are in chat right now, bro, how did y'all feel about it? Because I thought the show, like I said, I think the show was good, but the ending of the show, okay, yeah, so spoiler warnings for anybody who hasn't seen it already, but the ending low-key made me mad. Because after all that happened, he waited a year. First of all, somebody made a good point. Dude waited a whole year to go and get that girl's brother out of foster care, pretty much. Why you wait that whole time? She just said at the end, she was like, "Oh, we're gonna take care of each other's families." But then once he got out, he was like, "You know what? That boy can wait. I don't know him. I gotta go bury my mom's real quick."
Dude was grieving though, if you think about it. Comes back and his mom is just, passed away, and I don't know, I guess that shock hit him and he was just like,
Oh wait, hold up, my bad, bro. Out West, Paul, put the podcast on mute. Put it on mute. If you don't want to be spoiled, I will give you a thumbs up once we get done talking about it. I'm not gonna say roaster. No, I'm not gonna roaster. I want Out West. I appreciate you for stopping in, but pause it. Pause the pod before we say anything else. Because if you're only on episode 7, then just pause it. I'll give you a thumbs up when we get done talking about it. I promise.
I was lying, by the way. None of that shit happened. That was fake.
Fake news. It didn't happen. We didn't say what we just said. You dreaming right now. It's fine. I almost about to bitch. But yeah, I don't know if he paused it yet, but I'm about to go ahead on. But yeah, she was sitting on the bed. First of all, I think her and the Indian dude, I feel like got done the worst out of everybody, because it was more of a betray kind of death and not just a straight up regular death. Yeah, the girl was probably gonna die because she had already lost a lot of blood or whatever, but considering what the last game was, they would have had to it would have been 2-on-1 in that situation, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember the game and how it works, the game would have been 2-on-1. She most likely would have been on the main dude's team, and then they both could have lived. But she ended up, I feel like she got done dirty. First of all, she didn't even die by the game, bruh. She made it through that whole glass crosswalk thing just for glass to be shattered into her side. I felt like that was dumb.
Yeah, that was some BS.
That was really dumb. You do all that and you die from the after. They didn't even have to break the glass.
Yeah, they did not have to do all that. That was so extra.
Nobody's on there anymore. You sitting here breaking glass, doing all this extra stuff, and that big old chunk of glass. He stabs you in your side. You go to the bathroom, take the glass out, do all that other extra stuff, and then you end up getting stabbed while you in your sleep. Like it made me mad for her. And then the Indian dude, he really trusted old boy during that marbles game. Ended up with a bag full of rocks. Like, come on, bro.
He should have saw that shit coming. There's no way.
Yeah, he actually really is gullible. He gullible for that, but at the same time, bro, up until that point, that whole little group had been with each other just for the dude to turn around and do that to him. And he even ended up killing himself.
Yeah, like it's when the guy took his marbles or whatever and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna set him here or something or whatever." He should have known right then and there
Yes.
that something was up, because like that was so out of the ordinary.
And he was like, "Oh yeah." First of all, if he was talking about, "Oh, somebody might take your marbles," what is him putting the things around his neck gonna do? Like somebody could still take the marbles if they wanted to, whether it was around his neck or not. But at no point did he think to look in the bag after he after he given him the marbles. Especially, and he was beating him. That's the thing. He was beating the dude up until that point. He was like, "Oh wait a minute. Oh, we can both get out of this.
You can both get out." Like what? Of course you're gonna try to come up with something after you're losing.
Yeah, like not only him, he was losing, and that other dude, the dude who was supposed to be like a mob boss or whatever, he was losing too. And then he tried to switch it up. "Oh yeah, let's change the game. The majority rules, so we gotta change the game." And the dude would have beat him if his marble didn't hit a stick in the sand.
Like, oh my goodness.
But all in all, the show was good, bro. It is like, but I was saying about the ending. Like the ending made me mad because, like, yeah, I understand. Like the dude is traumatized. He went through all that he went through, or whatever.
Yeah.
But what made me mad about the ending is like, yeah, like I figured there was gonna be a season 2. But what made me mad about it is that the dude was about to get on the plane to go and see his daughter, because they were talking about, "Oh yeah, next year we're gonna be going overseas. We're not gonna live here anymore. Her new stepdad has a job in the United States. Blah 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 blah." This dude was literally about to go get on the plane to see his daughter, but then turned around like, "Boy, dog, get on the plane to go see your daughter. You don't have to go back to that game."
Even when he called the number, the guy was like, "Bro, you should just get on the plane.
Yeah,
like you're tripping."
Honestly, but I saw it right then and there. If I called a number and that means they've been watching him the whole time. How does he know you're getting on a plane? That should have been a red flag right there.
Yeah, right then and there.
This dude turned with that stupid pink hair. Like, what are you doing?
He went through all that. Saw the old man. They had their whole conversation. Old man dies, and he's just like, "I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna fix it."
Like it was really dumb, bro. It was really dumb. Other people have been saying that people should watch Alice in Borderlands. I haven't seen that yet, but they said it's the same type of show. Like how people are like playing games or whatever for survival.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but it looks dope. But
oh yeah, I actually watched an episode of that, and it's pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it. I mean, it's pretty good, but like if I was, I don't know.
How would you?
If I was gonna watch that.
Squid Games?
See, if I was gonna watch that, I would have watched that first and then watch Squid Game, because I think Squid Game is just it's a little better, but it's also it's different. There's like two different things.
So it's not the same. So it's not the same like kind of plot. Like well, not plot, but it's like the same, like a similar genre, I guess I want to say.
Right. Yeah, it's a similar genre in the aspect of like they're in a game and like people can die and stuff, but the whole like premise of the show, because Squid Game is supposed to be like like the whole morality of it is supposed to be, are humans like inherently good or bad?
Yeah.
I don't really. I mean, after watching one episode, I don't think it's not really on that same wavelength.
Mm.
But I mean, I think it's still pretty. I think it's still a pretty good show, nonetheless. But
Why it looked well after people started recommending it after Squid Game came out. I think well, hold up, let me gather my thoughts. Squid Game, I feel like is still obviously it's not at its peak right now. It's died off a little bit, but a lot of people are still talking about it. When
right.
after like the hype, since the hype has died down a little bit, people obviously have recommended shows that are similar to it,
Hmm.
because they think people are gonna like it. I first of all did not know Alice in Borderland. I didn't even see this show on Netflix last year. It says it came out last year in October. I didn't even know anything about the show until people
Me
recommended
neither.
it to me recently.
I didn't even know about it until it was like Netflix recommended it to me right after I watched Squid Game. So that's the only I wouldn't have even found it unless went on social media and saw people talking about it. But
And I obviously haven't even seen that many like because this would be considered like a foreign I don't want to say foreign film, but it's a foreign like show or whatever, right?
right,
And Netflix is as far as my knowledge goes, bro. I don't ever see that many foreign shows on Netflix to begin with. So the fact that Alice in Borderland is on there, it makes me think that was this already on American Netflix last year, or was this something that they just added over like in like a wave of shows?
I don't know. It could have been on there, but I mean, I've noticed like unless you watch like a bunch of like foreign dramas and stuff, like it won't even get recommended to you.
Yeah,
So I feel like the fact that so many people watch Squid Game, it just got like recommended to people, and then obviously you have the people that actually watched it last year when it came out.
because I didn't even because obviously Squid Game came out this year. I didn't even know that. Like, and the thing is, it wasn't like people in real life or like recommended me Alice in Borderland. But the thing is, after I had completely like even before I completely finished Squid Games, Alice in Borderlands was like at the at the top banner for Netflix, as if it was like a new show that was airing. So I was like, oh snap, I might watch that after Squid Games, not realizing that the show is already a year old.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that's something that they just added on, or hopefully this will be like a trending thing they do. Because like I said, I don't see too many foreign films and shows on Netflix. I know people like to use what's it called?
like a VPN to watch
Yeah,
stuff overseas. Yeah,
exactly. Like I know people do that all the time, but as far as like actual like overseas content or whatever being on the platform, I don't see it often. Granted, I don't go out of my way to like look for it. You would think like but Squid Games was recommended to me, but like yeah, people were talking about it, but the show was already getting like recommended to me. But that hasn't happened with any other like foreign film, so that's why I'm thinking that.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. And Alice in Borderland is Japanese based, and Squid Game is Korean based.
Korean
So I
based,
think
yeah.
I think it's just more on the basis of like them being like suspenseful shows in that aspect.
And for
Have
those
you
of y'all,
seen
oh go ahead.
Have you seen the movie Parasite?
I've seen the show Parasite. I haven't seen the movie Parasite.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely watch that. It's pretty good. It's on Hulu. Um, I
Wait,
mean, it's pretty good. It's like one of the more I mean, it's a very famous film. Um, like in the Asian film industry and really around the world, a lot of people say like when they talk about some of the best like introspective films, they mention that one.
and because I just got done watching the show Parasite, the Maxim. I finished
Right.
watching that earlier this year. I watched it all the way through, and I really really liked it. And honestly, I'm mad I didn't watch it sooner, because I know a lot of people have always talked about Parasite, about its like gore and stuff. The show overall is good, but I've never seen The movie, dang, the movie came out a while ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a pretty I wouldn't say old, but it's a fairly old film. But I got to watch it for like a film class. But it was like really good. That's what got me into like watching like Korean and Japanese dramas or just films in general.
Overall, I've been a little bit skeptical on watching like live action versions of because Parasite like it was a manga and then an anime and then so on and so forth. And given what we've been like presented with in terms of like live adaptations of anime hasn't been really good. We got that trash Dragon Ball Evolution movie, which was not good. The Avatar: The Last Airbender one was not good. They had one for Bleach. The movie took place like in the first arc of the anime, and it was
Yeah.
honestly, given what they had going on, it wasn't that bad. It was decent,
Yeah.
but then
It has nothing to do with the anime. It's like completely different, like
yeah.
completely different story and everything. But yeah, the live action animes have been pretty crazy. Like I remember when Kakaguri, I can't even
Oh,
fucking say it,
Kakaguri,
but
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, they made I remember seeing like a live action version of that on Netflix. I think I may have watched an episode of it, but it was nothing like the actual anime.
Anime, exactly. And I think, and actually, yeah, the only which I'm trying to think of the movie that. Oh, I know what it was. It was Ghost in the Shell. I forgot who was acting in that. I don't want to say it was Scarlett Johansson because I don't think that's right. But they tried to do Ghost in the Shell a few years ago, and people were like, "This is not good at all." Like Ghost in the Shell, the show, like the anime is actually solid. Like I actually really like it. Oh, it was Scarlett Johansson. Oh no, no. Yeah, it came out in 2017. But oh my gosh, yeah, they. I feel like if you're gonna make an adaptation of a live adaptation of any anime, no matter what it is, make sure for one that the people who are in the casting and whatnot know something about what they're trying to portray. You know, like
True.
have some kind of researcher on it or something like that. I know a lot of actors typically do that before going into a role anyway, but it would suit the person even better if they had somebody who actually knew the material beforehand or knew what they were getting into.
Exactly. Yeah. Have you seen Into the Badlands?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I mean, that one's not based on the anime. It's just like a live action. I'm trying to think. What's the name of the movie?
He said Into the Badlands.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Trying to think of It Man. Have you seen It Man? Any of those movies?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so I would describe it Into the Badlands as like a TV series, but with the action and like just composition of like It Man. It's pretty good, but yeah, when they make live action animes, the one thing I really look for is like just how it's like the cinematography and how the fights are filmed. So like in anime, it's always like super epic. You get all these like crazy angles and everything,
Yeah.
and getting that in the live action is great.
Well, in general, then, like you said, you do have to get people who with the cinematography, and you have to get the right people for like fight choreography. Like Donnie Yen
Right.
for Ip Man, he is one of the first of all, he's a martial arts master if I'm not mistaken, but he is one
Yeah.
of the greatest like fighting choreographs in not only Hollywood but in movies in general. He's really really good. That's somebody if you're gonna have any kind of fighting scenes or anything like that, you need to have this man on your roster. Dang, they have a lot of Ip Man movies. Jesus help me.
There's like four or five of them, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yes.
yeah, I think it's 5. I
Yeah.
actually it might be 6. Hold up. They got 1 through 4. They got the
Right.
legacy, and then they they got the final fight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I guarantee you all those movies are good too. I've only seen 1 through 3. I've never seen 4 or the other one.
Yeah, I haven't seen four yet either. Master Z.
Even people like Jackie Chan are like not fighting in their movies as much anymore. Obviously, it's because like they're getting older. Like you don't see Sylvester
True.
Stallone or what's his name? What's his freaking name? Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't see them like in like you see them in action movies every now and then, but they're not doing all that much, bro. They're getting old. But with that being said, you need to have them. You need to start hiring them to be your choreographs because they know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time.
Right. Yeah, they're getting too old for those stunts and everything, but
Especially Jackie
they'll
Chan, he
still.
does his own stunts.
Yeah. Well,
My bad, I had a chip in my mouth. My fault.
okay.
But yo, I want to transition into something that happened earlier this week. Me and you had talked about it, and I'm sure some of the people on the platform have already known about it. It's not a secret, but everything that went down with the Twitch hack earlier this week, I believe it was on what was it? It was on Wednesday, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, Tuesday or
Um,
Wednesday.
that went down. First of all, to the few people that are in the live, if you stream on Twitch, I think Twitch has sent an email out to all its creators, both the larger creators and people who are on the smaller end as well. Check your email if you haven't already, and go ahead and change your stream key. Although they said they don't think any like personal like information type stuff got leaked out, like credit cards or anything like that. Make sure to change your stream key and to check all of your not your panels, but all of the attachments or whatever that you have onto your on your stream, all your widgets and all your alerts, all of that, and just to double check none of your cards are attached to it because they don't know the full scope of everything that's going on. So change your stream key, change all that other good stuff. um but yeah, they pretty much, the person who had hacked Twitch to begin with was targeting I don't think they were targeting its larger creators. They were obviously attacking Twitch, but they were just, I think, just trying to show the
The
like
source code.
well, not, yeah, well, on top of the source code, they were like trying to show what like the monthly payouts and stuff were for a lot of its creators, and a lot of people are split. Some people are saying, oh, they're getting paid like way too much money, this, that, and the other. But then on the other side, people are like, oh wow, that's a lot less than what I thought. Especially from some of the higher end creators too. Like some only getting like a couple thousand a month, which I say that very loosely because some people don't get a couple $1,000s a month. Uh but yeah, they had leaked all that out. They got some of their source code or whatnot, and I think they put it on Reddit, I think. And a lot of creators, even a lot of top creators, I believe it was Pokimane, I think, who had tweeted out and said that she was pretty much, she was already done with Twitch after this. Like she's gonna be going over to YouTube gaming.
Yeah.
If I think that was her. I don't know if it was Pokimane or if it was
I
there's the
think I
other girl.
saw something like that. I mean, I imagine like most of the larger streamers that have like a following and community on YouTube. I mean, yeah, I can see them moving over to that.
But in terms of the payers, like I don't know if you've seen the like the spreadsheet that they leaked out. It looks like, honestly looks like an Excel document. Like
Yeah.
they were not, they were very blunt about it. They just like laid the whole thing out. And even this whole week, if you've noticed that streamers have a number attached like to their
Yeah.
to their streams, they were not only trying to do like the Squid Games reference or whatever, but they were putting the number on purpose of where they ranked in the spreadsheet that the person leaked out. XQC had number two or three on his stream. Even some VTubers on here was putting their number in the thing.
Yeah, like damn near everybody that I followed, at least for the past couple of days, it's been in their stream title. And they've been like naming it.
Yo, Kiko, welcome to the pod. Welcome, man. But my thing is this. I obviously it's a bad thing in my opinion that their stuff got leaked, because you don't want anybody's private stuff to get leaked, whether they are like one of the higher ups, well not higher ups, one of the top creators or somebody small. But it drew the conversation. I know like Tim Tap Man and some of the other creators who are on YouTube gaming were talking about the situation as well. They were saying that in terms of like people like specifically signing to Twitch or specifically signing to YouTube or Facebook or whatever, at the end of the day, competition is going to be good for the scope of streaming and gaming in general.
Right.
Like this is going to open a lot of people's eyes up. This is also going to split up Twitch largely, so they gotta not only come back and compensate for the people whose like stuff got leaked out, but they gotta double down on all of the other promises that they have tried to make, like getting rid of the bots in everybody's chat, the hate raids, and everything else. The DDoxers, because yeah, but the bots there or that pop up into people's streams, even with smaller people's streams. I know Hayes have had to ban a couple people out of my chat, and I don't even get that many people up in here. They have been like DDoxing people, sending hate raids, trying to get their information, all this other stuff, but there's not too many alternatives, right? So when larger creators start to leave the platform, like Tim Tap Man, he's already left, Dr. Disrespect, Dr. Lupo, all these top people, yeah, it's gonna take a lot of people, like a regular watchers, off of the platform, but at the same time, it's gonna allow some of the smaller creators to move up on the platform as well. So obviously, it's a very bad thing, but it's like there's not that much competition out there. Mixer doesn't exist anymore. Right when it seemed like they were getting like their footing and getting up off the ground a little bit, they just like folded and they're like, yeah, we don't exist anymore. Facebook gaming is it. So, and Facebook gaming, I honestly do not know the numbers or nothing like that for Facebook gaming. I don't watch anybody on Facebook gaming. Me personally, that's not a shot at them, but I'm just saying, I don't
even touch Facebook.
That's what I'm saying. The only reason I have Facebook on my phone is to remember people's birthday, because it lets me know. That's literally it. I don't go on there to watch no video game live stream or nothing like that. But I don't know. It's bad for obvious reasons, but in the grand scope of like streaming and video game, like the video game market and stuff in general, it's gonna create a lot of competition. And if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, like competition is good. Not saying the situation that happened is good, but this is definitely something that people can get behind.
Yeah. And I mean, it's still pretty much been like public information, right? Like people have their sub counts. Obviously, things like donations and sponsorships and stuff like that. It's more of like unknown, but like any person could like pull up the sub count and do the math himself, and pretty much get a pretty close number to what they leaked. So yeah.
And that's why like I was leaning towards that side as well, because it's like if people were really curious, yeah, they don't have a spreadsheet like laid out for them to see the exact number. They don't have to do math. But if anybody was curious, they could simply just do the math and stuff. But yeah, like you said, it's a lot of money comes from the subs and stuff, but people aren't taking in account donations that they get, like you said, or sponsorships or anything like that. And plus, I think, if I remember correctly from the spreadsheet that I saw, I think that was for the past 3 years of Twitch.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, that's a lot of data that they've had to go through for the top creators in the past 3 years. First of all, a lot of things have happened in the past 3 years. You had Tyler Ninja and Shroud go over to Mixer and come back in that 3 year span, so you could have looked at their numbers and everybody else.
Right.
So that's crazy. But the fact that somebody was able to get that amount of information that like in the way that they did is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely something. I mean, I'm sure they've already been working on it, but yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy that somebody could like. I mean, that's not really outlandish, I think, because I mean, there's people out there that hack fucking governments and stuff. So I'm not really, I guess, surprised to see that it happened, but at the same time, I mean, it's pretty crazy how much data they got out of the.
And from what I saw, the primary reason the person who did the hack in the first place wasn't even to do anything like out of spite of the creators. From what I'm seeing, they did it because of, I guess it was a Twitch do better hashtag that was going around. I didn't see the hashtag on Twitter, but apparently it's a thing. They were a part of that, and it was to improve like chats and stuff on Twitch, like to have like better chat filters and stuff. Because like I said,
Right.
people have like hate raids and stuff coming along, this that, and the other. But the thing is, I don't understand why this hack or whatever came at this time when Twitch like earlier this month or last month said that they were going to be implementing a thing on Twitch to where you can filter out the chat to make sure like the users are verifying their like phone number, like not the streamer seeing other people's number, but having the person viewing the stream like verify their number, make sure it's like linked to actually them and it's not a bot or something like that. They said they were going to implement that, but my whole thing is Twitch is never like on top of rolling out the content that they promise. And the reason I say that is because they implemented the squad streaming feature a couple years ago. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, where you can watch like two. It's pretty much watching two streams at once. Some people use the feature, some people don't.
Yeah.
But they said they were gonna slowly they're gonna roll that out to creators, right? And then eventually everybody on the platform will be able to use it. That was like 3 years ago. And people who are, let's say, even on my end, I cannot even, the squad stream feature does not even pop up for me. No, I think you have to be under like a certain threshold. You have to hit a certain threshold to be able to use it. But yeah, nobody
Right.
of the stature that I'm at, right, can even use the feature. And I feel like that's a feature that would be really, really good for like smaller creators. You'd be able to have two live streams at once. You can see both POVs. It would be dope. Both communities from each streamer can see each other and yada yada yada. But that's been 3 years and they haven't implemented that. But now they're talking about adding a chat filter that's only gonna roll out to certain people, and they're talking about boosting streams. So I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all.
the view bot, the like if your community can like pay to boost like the viewership or something like that. I saw that as
Yeah,
well.
first, like that's a great idea, but if if they haven't even like implemented the other stuff that I just said, how long is it gonna take for them to implement that? Because I feel like that's gonna be better suited. Like a feature like that, is, in my opinion, is gonna be better suited for somebody who is a smaller creator versus somebody who already has 500,000 followers and like 200,000 subs. You feel me? Why would a
Right.
person like I'm not trying to like undercut anybody. Like I think the feature is good for anybody, everybody. But when you're thinking about boosting the stream or getting somebody out there, that is going to be more useful for somebody who needs the recognition, not somebody who's already well known. Everybody knows who XQC is. Do you think XQC needs a recommend button or a string boost? This dude's pulling like 100K a stream. That's more people in some people's counties. like
Exactly. Yeah.
like like, again, I'm not trying to undercut nobody from getting paid, because everybody's trying to get paid out here, everybody trying to get noticed, everybody's trying to put out content. But how, like, I just think it's weird how you people like promise certain features on their platform, yet you haven't even dished out the other stuff that you had said you was gonna do. Squad stream is not here. That chat filter thing is gonna take forever to get to everybody. And the boost stream thing is, honestly, I don't even think the boost stream thing is gonna launch well. Since it has people's
Yeah, I
credit
don't know
cards and
how that's
stuff.
gonna go out.
Like, since it has people's credit cards and stuff attached to it, if y'all getting hacked like this,
Yeah, they definitely need to roll that one back a little
they're about
bit.
to abuse that to its fullest.
Yeah,
But
especially the squad streaming thing. I feel like that definitely should be accessible to anybody. I never really understood how it was more of like a partner thing, or I don't even know what the exact threshold is, but
I
I
don't,
mean that's literally a feature that would be beneficial to everybody. So I don't understand how.
because they initially said that they were gonna roll it out. Like, every time they come up with a new feature or something like that, they have the same thing. They say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna roll it out to a few creators, and then once we tweak it and work on the improvements, and they pretty much have a select few of people who like beta test it in a way. They see what's going on
Right.
with it, see if it's running all right. Then if they see it's good, they dish it out to everybody. But the problem is they don't dish it out to everybody. That squad stream thing's been up for like 2 years now. I think it got announced like 3 years ago. But I can't even use a squad stream. You know how many people I play with on PC or even on Xbox who stream as well. How beneficial that'd be if I can have a squad stream set up. You can see both POVs, both chats can interact and all that other stuff. And thing is, the other, like, the higher up creators, like the bigger creators, I rarely see them ever use the feature to begin with. I don't see Nick Mercs or Pokimane or I am Dante. I don't see none of them ever use the squad stream feature. So why can't we use it?
Same thing with like follower emotes. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty small like group of people that have that, but I mean, especially with how they have the emote thing set up now, where you get a certain amount of emotes once you hit affiliate, and a certain amount once you hit partner, and so on and so forth.
And they
Like,
strictly
imagine if you
like
could just have follower emotes for
exactly
everybody.
and post as many as you want. Like, I understand, like, it's an incentive, like it makes you want to like grind to get like a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of followers. But
Right.
right now, like, even on my channel, I think I have like 5 emotes, 6 emotes, something like that. Well, actually, not even that much. I think I have like 4 or 5. Yeah, like, Twitch will not allow me to add more emotes to my channel until I hit certain thresholds in my subscriber count. Like, I feel like that's so limiting. It's like, all right, here's a little small box, like pretty much putting you in a small box and spoon feeding you like stuff to get you like excited. It's like, oh, you hit this threshold, you get one new emote. If I'm not mistaken, it's one new emote per threshold. So, like, let's say if the threshold for the first emote you can add is 10, you won't get the second one until you hit like 25. Like, it's already hard getting the subscribers to begin with. Now you want me to hit these milestones? It's crazy.
Yeah, and the emotes are for people to just interact in chat. So I don't understand why you would like gatekeep something that helps people interact with each other in chat. Like if you think about it, wouldn't like somebody having more follower emotes, or everybody having follower emotes, or having more of a selection to communicate in that way encourage people to chat more and thus increase the viewership? So I don't
Exactly.
understand I don't understand the logic behind that.
And that's like, I don't even think, well, my thinking is, I don't want to just straight up say, oh, it's a money thing. But at the same time, like, if I think about it, I think that might be the case because, when you're not partnered, Twitch takes the majority of the cut, if I'm not mistaken. Like, when you're partnered, I think, or it's almost the majority. Uh,
It's like 70-30 or 80-20 or something like
yeah,
that.
some kind of split. But then when you get partnered, I think it's like a 70-30. I think I have to double
Like
check that.
50-50 or like 60-40. I don't know the exact numbers.
But it's like that's pretty much leeching off of like the younger folks. Like, yeah, you like the people who are like affiliate and trying to work their way to partnered. Obviously, there are people who are trying to like grind to potentially do this full time. I'm not gonna say everybody that's partnered does this full time, but for a lot of people, that's the goal. How do you gatekeep something so simple as emotes? Like every platform does it. It's not just Twitch. Like Mixer did it, YouTube Gaming does it. But the way that YouTube Gaming does it, if I'm not mistaken, like when you become a member of somebody's channel, you already get all their emotes. If I
Exactly.
if I think that's how it works.
And it's already so hard. Like I think the number is like 8 million active streamers. Only like 6,000 of those make, minimum wage and up. So I mean that's already like really it's already really difficult to like, make a living off of it. So
That's why I
I feel like
advocate
if
people to get
anything, they
on.
should make it easier. That way more people interact with the platform,
Yeah.
right? That's just my view. I don't know.
That's why I advocate for anybody who is thriving or wants to do content creation, even as a part-time job. Please get yourself out on, like, put yourself out there. I mean, on other
Yeah, on any
platforms,
platform that you
like
can, yeah.
even like multiple, like make a YouTube, make a TikTok. Even with Facebook, I know a lot of people don't use Facebook, but even make a Facebook group, because even Facebook has, because Facebook and Instagram are like intertwined. They're both owned by Mark Zuckerberg. They're like, if you load up Instagram, it says owned by Facebook, whatever. But even with the reels that have been added to Instagram and YouTube to make it similar to TikTok, if
Right.
you post, like, let's say you post a clip from your Twitch, let's say you post that one clip on Twitter, right? I advocate people to post that same one clip onto Instagram, onto TikTok, onto YouTube, and onto Facebook, so you can gain as much traction as possible. That's the high key, the main reason why I even made TikTok, because I know one of my homeboys, even before I was even thinking about making content on TikTok, he was like, "Oh, you should get TikTok. There's a lot of really funny videos on there, yada yada yada." I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." But then once I like broke it down, yeah, if you are a content creator, put your content on every possible platform, bro. Every possible platform, because even the few viewers that I have in here have probably come from a different avenue other than Twitch. Because if you only stream to Twitch but don't promote yourself, you're not gonna grow at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because Twitch alone is a cesspool. It has hundreds of thousands of creators on this platform. Honestly, it might be millions. Who knows?
Yeah,
But it's
there's 8 million active streamers and then like only 6,000 or so make like minimum wage to where they can like live off of it.
And you have to think about that. That's like if like their regulars are giving them the prime subs and donating and stuff like that. Once that falls off,
Right.
like they they stuck.
Right, and that's not even counting like getting sponsorships, and then even getting sponsorships is hard because right, because it's usually based on how large your community is.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you have tiers of sponsors, right? So especially like for the larger ones, right, you have to have a pretty large view base to get those and retain them.
I think
And
that's
some
why
of them are just
the
one-offs, like a new game comes out, they pay X amount of people to promote it
and then that's
for
it.
X, right, and then they don't do it anymore. And then you have other ones like like Warzone and um whatever, where they have a specific, amount of people that are partnered with them that every time they play, they get paid or whatever.
And you already know, like you said, it's based off of their their community, because you know, even I think even with regular ads, like I think everybody has seen the Raycon earbud ad
Yep.
and Raid Shadow
Raid
Legends.
Shadow Legends, yeah.
Everybody has seen those ads, and I'm like, I can't help but think, like, I've seen larger creators and smaller creators have the same ad talk about the same thing, but you already know they're not getting paid the same rate. If
Right.
PewDiePie gets a sponsorship from Raid, and somebody else, like I don't know, freaking McNasty, whoever, they're not gonna get paid the same rate to do that same as that ad, based off just solely based off the following, like you said. And that's where that discrepancy with the hacks has a lot of the top streamers like up in arms. Pokemon said she was leaving and everything else like that, because not only are they doing like the monthly payout, Twitch themselves are paying out their content creators at like inconsistent rates. And it's not even like, with them, it's not even really based on solely following. It's just inconsistent. They'll take a handful of the top creators or whatnot, and they'll situate it like that. Because I think Pokimane wasn't even on the top 5 or on the top 10 or something like that. Like, she was like 30 or 20 or something like that. She was lower on the list.
Right.
And I'm
like you have the people that are signed with Twitch exclusively, and then they get paid, and then they have like different ad options and stuff. They have to run a certain amount of ads, and then you have like more regular people where they're not like signed with them, but they're still like Twitch partners, and it's totally different.
Like, it's, oh my gosh, they actually really did post the whole thing, dog. And he got, oh, actually, hold up, 1 2 3 4 5. Oh yeah, she got super cheated. Summit got 300K for the month. Pokimane got $38,000 for the month, which would, like, $38,000 in a month is not nothing to sneeze at, especially when you play video games and stuff. But the fact that in the first couple like lists, some people are getting like 14, like Central Committee got 14K, which you would think Central Committee is an actual company, so you would think they would be getting paid more than 14K in 1 month. But then you got XQC getting paid $752,000 for just the month of September. That's insane.
Yeah, but he's also like a DJ. Like he streams so many hours.
But it's the fact that, like, that's not even, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, that's not even the sponsorships and stuff that he has, because he used to play Overwatch, right. So he used to be a pro, so I understand that. But
right.
Some of these people is like a crazy amount of money. And some people is undershooting. Some of the people that's on the list are like way under than what you would think. Jesus, Riot got $1 million payout. Booga got $1 million for, like, good God, that is just a lot of money, bro. And that's just for a month. But yeah, it's, hopefully they can situate their stuff and get their security under check, because if they continue to have the same like downward progression in terms of like how they handle their creators and stuff, you're gonna see a lot of people on YouTube gaming. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be enough to like shift the balance. Like, they're not gonna like go under as a company or nothing like that. I don't think they're gonna end up like Mixer, but they're gonna take a hit. There's obviously gonna be creators that like move up in the ladder, but you can only get rid of, like, there's only gonna be one Nick Mercs, there's only gonna be one Booga, right, one Ninja. Like, you're not gonna have creators that are like that. Yeah, you're gonna have some unique ones, but if all those top, let's say the top 100 or 150 creators on Twitch dipped out and went to YouTube gaming. A lot of people are gonna follow them, dude. I was actually surprised that Nick Merckx signed an exclusive deal with Twitch. I think it was like a day or two after the hack went down. And actually, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was the day after the hack went down. He sat there and signed a. Yeah,
You even hear about that?
he had just
I wonder how
signed an
many
exclusive
years it
deal.
is though. I feel like it's probably only like a couple 1 to 2 years,
It might be
or
something
like a
that
2 year deal.
renews.
Right. I guess after 2 years they can negotiate again, but I mean he's cool. Like he's got like, if he switched he wouldn't have any problems. It's like mainly the people that have pretty solid followings on different platforms like YouTube and stuff.
But yeah, he just and actually he re-signed. So he was already signed with Twitch. He's just doing a re-signing, I guess. But Lord knows how long the actual thing is. Obviously, none of us know like the contents of the actual contracts and stuff that go down. But
Right.
if he's willing to do a re-sign with them after everything has gone down, then hey, I guess that just shows you like his community. I know he tweeted out something about like he's been on Twitch for like 10 years, so he's been there for since it was just Justin TV back before it was even called Twitch.
Right.
So I understand
He's
like
been
his whole
on
thing.
Yeah, I think he might have streamed on MLG TV too before that.
Oh God,
So
dude,
I
I haven't
think
heard
he's
that in
been
a
streaming
long
for a
time.
while. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, MLG, good lord, that's super old, bro. That makes me feel old. I don't even know if MLG is a company anymore, but
And Machinima, you remember
oh
Machinima,
yeah, dog,
bro?
dog. It was. I'm not even gonna cap. When I was younger, Machinima was it.
Machinima was the Twitch pretty much
Honest to
back in the
God,
day.
honest to God, Machinima ran the whole gaming scope on YouTube. MLG was where you went to watch all of the like comp games from Call of Duty to CS:GO, everything like competitive base was MLG. And then if you were just a regular content creator, whatever, Machinima was up there too.
MLG's coming back too with you know, Halo Infinite's supposed to have like a really I know they've signed with like I think 100 Thieves, maybe two. I can't remember the exact orgs, but a lot of like big orgs to do like Halo competitive, and I think MLG is supposed to be running that.
I wouldn't be surprised if 100 Thieves, Optic, Phase, and Luminosity. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those people were already in it.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna
I know
cap.
phases. Definitely, I know phases. I want to say 100 Thieves, but I can't remember. I remember seeing it, but
And honestly, I'm not even gonna be surprised. What was the team that Ninja was under? Because when Ninja first got his like when
Luminosity.
he was with Luminosity, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Luminosity is in that thing too, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ninja got back. I don't think he's gonna get back with the company, obviously, because he's a full time streamer. But I wouldn't be surprised if if he tries to do that competitive again.
yeah, he'll probably compete like in the tournaments. You know, when it first comes out, they'll have like some streamer tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna have a. I don't know if they're looking to do a battle royale with it though. I don't know if they're gonna have a BR.
Yeah, true.
Because the only thing that we have been, the only thing we've seen from Halo, aside from that trailer that we got like last year, the only thing we've seen from that is the beta stuff that we've seen.
Right, just the multiplayer stuff,
Yeah, we've seen nothing
which makes
from,
sense because that's pretty much where they're gonna get most of their casual players.
and it's gonna be free too. I already got it pre-installed on my Xbox. Hopefully, I can get a Series X or run it on my on PC. But yeah, the multiplayer is gonna be free. They said the single player I believe is going to be coming later on in the year or next year. So I'm set. Halo and Gears were what got me into like playing competitive games in the first place. So I'm ready for it.
Have you seen any of the gameplay from Battlefield?
Aside from the beta
Like
that
the
just got
beta
dropped,
stuff?
the beta looks good. I'm not even gonna cap. The sniping looks good. The landscapes and stuff look good. The way you change your attachments and stuff is cool now. It
Yeah.
looks really good. And actually, I think, hold up, if I'm right, I think the beta might be out for this weekend. If I'm not mistaken, hold up.
Yeah, I think it was put it in my let me see. Entertainment. Yeah, it's until the 9th, so until tomorrow.
Oh, so they got today tomorrow.
It's an open
Okay.
beta, but you have to have EA Play to have it. So you're basically paying like $5 to
Oh,
play the beta.
on Xbox we got EA Play combined with Game Pass, so I already got that joint.
Oh, word? Oh yeah, that's set.
I might be streaming that today. I didn't realize it was today because I know they had the closed beta for people who pre-ordered it earlier this week.
Yeah, it definitely looks good. The only reservation I have with it is like the movement just kind of reminded me of Warzone. Like you
Yeah.
have the sprint, the double sprint, and I saw some people like I don't know if it was slide canceling, but
Oh yeah, trying
it
to slide
looked like
cancel it.
slide canceling. So
Yeah.
I don't want it to become like another sweaty Warzone type of like slide canceling, cammering people. But I don't think it's gonna be like that. I don't think it's gonna be like so what's the word? Where you can abuse the movement
Yeah.
so bad. I don't think they'd do that. And like I'd have to play the beta for myself. I don't even know if I'm gonna play the beta or not, but I don't think it's gonna be like that, but I just hope it doesn't become that.
Yeah.
But I doubt it because Battlefield, they've been pretty good, pretty great with their games.
Honestly, I think the
I
only
love Battlefield.
yeah, I like Battlefield a lot too. I had this conversation with one of my homeboys. For those of you that's in the chat, y'all know I play with Mike all the time. Me and him had this conversation I think earlier this week or last weekend. I think the only bad game that they have put out, that DICE has put out for Battlefield is Battlefield 5. Honest to God, I think Battlefield 1 was good. Yeah, it wasn't a modern Battlefield, but the gunplay was
Right.
fun, the maps were cool. But
Yeah,
Battlefield
Battlefield
5
1
just
was
wasn't
pretty
it.
good. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Battlefield really hasn't missed the mark, and they've stayed true to their game. Obviously, they venture out and stuff and try new things, but they've still like stayed true to it, and I think it's gonna be great.
At least they haven't done none of this futuristic stuff that Call of Duty
Yeah.
been Call of Duty been all over the place these past couple years, man. They don't
It
get me
really
wrong, they got some
has.
good titles, but man, at this point, after Vanguard, bro. First of all, I don't even know if I'm gonna get Vanguard or not. And if I don't, that'll be the first time I don't buy a Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like I buy Call of Duty almost every year. This might be the first year I don't buy it.
Yeah, I put some decent amount of time into the beta, and yeah, it really is like a World War II Modern Warfare mix. And I mean, if I do get it, it's not gonna be a release. I'm gonna wait till they release it. I'm gonna see what they come out with stuff and everything,
Hmm.
and see how it turns out, and then like make my decision on it. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
for anybody thinking about getting Vanguard, like if you just want, and honestly, here's the thing: if people are gonna primarily play Warzone, like if they're playing Call of Duty and my primary thing you play is Warzone, like if you're not trying to do no zombies or play any of the multiplayer maps and you don't care about the
The
campaign,
campaign, yeah,
then just don't get Vanguard. Just keep playing Warzone because the guns are gonna come to Warzone through either battle passes or stuff like that.
right. I guess the only downside to that is, I guess if you get the game and you level the guns up, you already have them leveled up and stuff. So when they do come out in Warzone, you don't have to. Have you played Warzone when they added those new guns and stuff, and you have to do like those weird challenges,
I I I
like in multiplayer to unlock the gun?
I saw the guns that you had to do that. Like when they released the first gun, I think it was I think the first gun they came out with in the multiplayer was a sniper, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Don't quote
Yeah.
me on that. But yeah, I remember you could either you can unlock it like through leveling, or you had to do like a challenge to unlock it.
Right.
And it was like you could get it, you could do the challenge two different ways. You could get it one certain kind of way in multiplayer, or you have to go to Warzone and do it a certain kind of
Right.
way. So I don't know. It's just a weird spot, bro. Like I know a lot of people don't like battle passes. I actually like battle passes if they're done right. I am a firm believer that in terms of battle passes and loot boxes, both of those things, in my opinion, are good from both a business standpoint and a consumer standpoint, but it has to be done right. And I always use Overwatch as an example. Like, yes, they get a lot. Blizzard gets a lot of money from loot boxes from Overwatch, even though the game's not super popular now. They're still pulling a little bit of change from the loot boxes, but everything in their loot boxes is cosmetic. It doesn't change the game, doesn't make you play better, nothing like that. I think every
Right.
battle pass and loot box should implement that. If you are gonna have a game and have some kind of like loot system like that, then let it be cosmetic. You shouldn't hide guns, like guns that shoot better than other guns or perform better than other guns or whatever. You should not hide that in a battle pass. If you're gonna put a gun in a game, let people earn it or let people level up and then get it. Don't have it
Right.
behind like a paywall. It's like somebody can just pay their way through to get a gun.
Exactly.
What's the
And
point?
it's really like that in Warzone. I think that's where Valorant really hit it right, because all of the stuff that you can buy, it's purely cosmetic. It doesn't it yeah, it's purely cosmetic. And it makes you, I don't know. It makes it more worth it. And that's why I don't know.
Especially because
Uh,
Warzone, well, initially Warzone was not its own thing, right? It came with Modern Warfare when it came out, right?
yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
Hey, yo, thank you for the follow, J Bug. Thank you for the host. I appreciate you, dog. Welcome to the pod, bro. But yeah, I feel like with any, if you have a AAA title, right? Nothing. If you have a battle pass system or whatever, bro, it should only be cosmetic. It's a different story if it's a free to play. Even with free to play games, all of their stuff is cosmetic. Look at Fortnite. Look at Valorant. Like those are purely cosmetic things. So is Overwatch. The second you start having a pay to win system in your game, bruh, that needs to stop. That's how Star Wars Battlefront 2 ended up not being as good as it was, because they had characters behind a paywall. They didn't have a loot box. Well, actually, technically, they do have a loot box system. They had like all of the top hardest hitting characters in that game behind a paywall. It was like either pay this money or spend an absurd amount of hours in the game. Like I'm talking about like hours that aren't realistic to the average person playing the game. Like something
Right.
crazy. Like it was like 100, like 1,500 hours or 2,000 hours or whatever in the game, and then you can get the person, or you can pay this huge chunk of money and get this person. Like that should not happen in any game
Yeah, I
behind a
agree.
paywall or something like that. That's ridiculous. If you have a loot box or a battle pass system in your game, please, for all game companies, just make it cosmetic, bro. Trust me, you gonna pull money that way. I like when my guns look good or I got a new skin on my character. Trust me.
Wait, tangent. So I know you mentioned Star Wars. Have you played Star Wars Old Republic?
Oh, the OG?
Yeah,
I
Knights
played a
of the
little
Old
bit.
Republic or
I
something
don't
like that.
remember it very well. I remember playing it a little bit, but I know it's supposed to be coming back
Yeah, that's what I was
on
gonna
PS5,
say.
yeah.
To make the remake. Yeah, I'm hyped to play that.
I want to, because
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of time with it when I was younger. I remember
Yeah,
like bits and
same.
pieces, but I need to get a PS5 ASAP. My homeboy Mike, he just got a Series X. I was mad. He got it from GameStop. Like if you're a pro member or something like that, they were doing
Mhm.
like a restock earlier this week, and he copped one. I need a
Yeah.
PS5 and Xbox quick.
do they still do the thing where you can like trade in your old gen and it like I'm sure you can like so I remember when I got my PS4, I like traded in my PS3 and they gave me like, a certain amount of credit off
Yeah.
of the PS4 when it came out.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, they still do that. But with me, knowing me, bro, like, I don't know. I'd be too attached. But like when it comes to like video games, I'd be too attached. Like I still have my 360, bro. It's up underneath my bed.
Yeah.
Like I haven't got rid of my 360. I still have I have all three. I have the entire PlayStation family aside from the Vita, because I didn't get the Vita when
Yeah.
it came out. I ended up getting the 3DS. But I have every single one of my places in my house. My PS1, 2, 3, and 4. All downstairs. I don't know. I have attachment issues. I feel like I paid all this money for these consoles when it came out. I don't want to get rid of it.
And you can still play games on those that you can't play on the new ones. And do
Yeah.
imagine if they made it to where you could play any of the old games on the new ones. I know they've done it to some extent over the past couple of years, but dude, if they can make it to where you could play like I know now they're remaking uh like the GTA trilogy,
Yeah. I'm actually copping
but
that.
yeah, I'll probably cop it too, not gonna lie. But yeah, if you could go back and play like the old Crash Bandicoot games on PS5 or something, like that would be great.
Like I know Xbox has done it to a certain extent. Every time they have like they have like games with gold or something like that. It's pretty, you get like 3 or 4 free
Yeah,
games a month. Sometimes they're
Xbox has been
like
killing with that.
they either do like some original Xbox games or 360 games or something like that because of backwards compatibility, which is cool. But
Right.
I think the reason they don't do that, the reason they don't like have it compatible with like newer gen consoles every now and then, is because less and less people are actually going out and buying physical copies of games.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be like, that can actually save companies a lot of money. That's probably why, like, once they do the PS5 restock, I'm probably gonna get the digital version, because it's like I don't go to GameStop that often. The last time I went to GameStop was in 2019 to get Kingdom Hearts 3, the special edition. Because
Yeah.
that's arguably one of my favorite series of games. They had a special edition, came with pins, a poster, an art book. It came with all this stuff, and I was like, dang, I gotta get the physical version of that because I want all that stuff. That's the last time I got a physical game. Everything else that y'all see me play is installed straight onto my PC or straight onto my Xbox.
Right. And this got to the point to where I mean, aside from Warzone, like the download times on that, the only incentive that you really had to get a digital one is if you had like decent internet to where you could download the game quick,
Mm-hmm.
or else it would just take forever for you to download that game. And it's like, well, why wait that time when you can just go buy the disc? But now, like, pretty much everybody has decent internet and can
Exactly.
download the games quickly, and you can just store them all on your
That's
on
why.
your console or get like an extended a ter 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, however much extended storage, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're set.
That's exactly what I did. I ended up getting more storage for my PC. But yeah, that's why you don't see PCs and laptops have disk drives anymore. If you go to Best Buy or any kind of tech store and you get any newer model of a PC or a laptop, you'll notice it won't have a disk drive on it, and it's for that exact reason, to not only save money for parts and stuff to build something like that, but it provides more space in the actual PC, and people just straight up don't buy discs anymore. The same reason that that scope can hit on so many different markets. That's why people don't buy music in CDs
Movies,
anymore.
yeah,
People
CDs,
buy vinyl every
CDs,
now and
movies,
then,
yeah,
but like I'm guilty of that. I do get vinyl. I do, like, because I have a record player in my house. It has like Bluetooth and stuff attached to it. So I was like, yeah, I'll get vinyl every now and then. But
right,
that's why people don't buy like discs anymore. You have to keep up with them, put them in the case. I do buy physical copies of my Switch games every now and then because I travel, and the Switch already doesn't have enough space. Yeah, you can get an SD card or something like that, but I just like traveling with the games, because sometimes a cousin of mine may not have a game and I can let them borrow it, this, that, and the other. Um, but yeah, man, I think that's the direction people need to lean towards anyway. But J Bug, welcome to the pod, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It reminds me of when like nobody's buying the Star Wars collections on DVD anymore. You can just get Disney Plus and watch all of them. It's like the
Exactly.
same thing, yeah.
And I remember when they used to do that. They used to have the Star Wars like bundled, like all of the episodes bundled into one thing. They used to have it in Walmart a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know for
it's in a
people
lot
that
of
have that.
markets. You got no, I was about to say Twitch, but no, you got Disney Plus. And the thing with Disney Plus, dude, they organize it in order from from what you should watch. Like if you go to like the Marvel section on Disney Plus, they'll organize all of the Marvel movies in the order that you should watch them in. Like
Right.
it's crazy. You don't have to search it in a specific order, nothing like that. It gives you a filter to put it in like chronological order of what time they came out and what time, like which movies took place during what period. So you watch it in that order too. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but the streaming is just taking over, like streaming movies and all that. I don't think they'll ever go back to
They-
like where you're buying physical copies of movies and stuff, waiting for don't see it in the don't see it in the theaters because literally like 2 weeks later it'll be on whatever streaming service. I still like I've seen a lot. I've still been like going to movie theaters and watching movies though.
I don't think movie theaters will ever completely disappear because of the experience.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because a prime example is from Infinity War.
Yep.
Infinity War like broke box offices and all of that other stuff, and just for like movies experience, like I feel like that's always gonna be there. But like you said, people are always gonna like stream stuff to their consoles or their TV or something like that. But yeah, honestly, in terms of like video games specifically, like I do not think that's completely a bad idea because, like you said, everybody has some form of internet, whether it's bad or good. I know some people who have lower income might want to go and buy physical copies of games because like single player games, how are they gonna download a single player game if they don't have internet? You feel me? Like they'll
And
have
pretty much
to
every game now you have to have internet to play.
exactly. They're like yeah, they make
Unless
single
it's
player
like a
games, but
single player game, right?
no one
Right.
plays Call of Duty but hackers. That's exactly why y'all don't see me stream Warzone like at all.
I can't.
Because there's a lot of hackers on there. That's why I've been playing PUBG lately, bro. I mean, yeah, PUBG has bots, but at least they don't have hackers.
Yeah, even
PUBG and
Apex
Apex.
has less hackers. But Apex is
Exactly.
like a different story. Apex sometimes be like crazy, like they be hacking the servers and stuff. People can't play the game. I've seen
Yeah,
that recently, but I mean, I think that's more or less because it's like a newer game.
man.
And ever since, like that Warzone fall off happened, where a lot of people that were playing Warzone went and started playing Apex, it kind of like migrated into that.
Yeah. And I think we had this conversation. It wasn't during our last pod, but I think it was just like regular conversation. But that's one of the reasons why Warzone, when they first came out, they have an anti cheat system in their game, but Warzone doesn't. The Warzone's been out almost what 2 years now, 2 going on 3 years. Warzone has been out, and they don't have an anti cheat system for their game. Yet every couple months, it says 100,000 more people have been banned for cheating. Why that many people getting banned a month? Every couple months.
Like it's
Y'all,
understandable because I mean, like I understand it's never really gonna go away. Like they're always gonna find a way. There's always gonna be a way to bypass the system,
but
right? Like Valorant even has hackers, but it's so rare that you see it. So,
exactly.
because the anti-cheat is so strong and
Like
it's just built into the game. Like when you download the game, you literally have to restart your computer and it like bootstraps itself to your computer, and it's like, and even in order to hack on Valorant, you have to have a whole separate PC, and it's like all of this extra stuff that you even have to do. It's just like,
now Warzone, like you can be guaranteed a hacker lobby in Warzone. If you let's say you play Warzone every single day for a couple weeks, I guarantee you a handful of those games you could get hackers in them. Whether they make it to the
yeah,
end or not is beyond me, but
They had
No,
hackers in the Vanguard beta. Did you see that?
they did.
Yeah, I experienced it probably once or twice when I played it, but I saw like videos of like hackers in it. The game isn't even out yet, and they already have hackers in that game.
Already.
Like, dude, come on.
Y'all are bugging. And the reason why Vanguard, okay, for the people who are saying, "Oh, Vanguard looks just like Warzone," and not like Warzone, it looks just like
The menus are exactly the same.
The reason
You're
they did
sitting in
that,
they're walking like it's like literally a copy and paste same game.
and the reason for that is because they're using the same. I forgot the term that they use. They're using the same. Oh yeah, the reason for that is because they're using the same engine. The people behind
same engine.
each company that's behind Call of Duty, whether it be Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer or what's the other one?
Treyarch.
Yeah, Treyarch. They're all using the same engine, so it's not like you're gonna see like a huge like graphic enhance with Call of Duty. At least not this title. Maybe next year you'll see like when the next Call of Duty comes out, not Vanguard, but the next one, you might see like a graphic like up change and gameplay up like upgrade. But the reason the past 3 titles have looked literally identical is because they're using the same exact engine for all 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's just like with NBA Live. I know a lot of people don't play NBA Live, but that whole thing with the Ignite engine, they use the Ignite engine for like 5 years. The game's gonna look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And Frostbite, I forgot who was using Frostbite. I think it was Battlefield. Battlefield 3, even though Battlefield 4 looks better, like graphically better than 3, they're using Frostbite engine. For a lot of the games, people have been using Frostbite since like 2010 or 11.
Yeah.
They just need to come up with more different things to play on and upgrade on. But to be fair, the current gen has been out for almost 10 years. Almost. It's been like 8 years since it's been out. So there's been no real need to upgrade the stuff. But now that next gen is coming, y'all are slowly gonna see stuff getting better. Hell, with even with some of the remasters. If you look at Demon Souls remastered that came out on PS5, that looks really good, really freaking good. That's one of the games I wanted to play once I got a PS5, and because I never played the original Demon Souls, but it is what it is, bruh. People go hack on there. Y'all probably ain't gonna see me on Warzone until they fix what they got going on. Every time I go live on TikTok, they're like, "Hey, you played Warzone?" Heck no. I'm not trying to get mad at these hackers. I'll stay right there on PUBG or go to Apex if I want to play BR. Everyone is using the.
You probably won't ever see me on Warzone again. I don't know if I'll ever play that again.
Like, the game's fun, don't get me wrong. I think I said this before. Like, I think it looks smoother. Obviously, it's gonna run smoother on PC than console, or at least current gen console. It's a little clunky on console, but it's smoother on PC. But even aside from that, bro, I'm not trying to hop in lobbies with people that are shooting me through walls from 10 kilometers away, or I'm getting out of gulag and I'm getting beamed with a pistol for 10
as you parachute down.
What are you on?
Everybody on Warzone is going for their 40 code games. That's what I've gotten from it. Everybody on Warzone is either, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, just like sweating on the game, but
that's why I don't play Fortnite, because you can't even play casuals without getting into build battles with some 10-year-old, bro. Like, I love watching competitive Fortnite, even though I don't play the game. But that's why I don't play Fortnite, because it's so sweaty. It's so sweaty. I can't get in that game and just have fun. I don't want every gunfight I get into, I don't want it to be like Minecraft, bro. I don't want to build a house or a fort every time I get into a gunfight. Let me play something like Apex or PUBG or something like that. If I get into a gunfight, if I die, I want somebody to outmaneuver me or outplay me in a gunfight. I don't want it to be because of like a bad edit on a fort. That just
Yeah,
ain't
you
me.
gotta. Uh,
Amazon is the top seller for the cheat machine. I'm sure
uh,
Amazon is the top seller for a lot of stuff, bro. And actually, speaking about Amazon, I'm happy you brought that up, bro. So, New World,
New World. I knew he was gonna say it.
New World. I'm not gonna be on New World for. I'm not gonna talk about New World too long. I just want to say because he brought it up in chat. I'm actually happy the game's running smoother than what it was at its initial launch because nobody could get into the game. They actually added those servers in fairly quick, bro.
Yeah, they did. I'm glad that they were on top of that because I wasn't. It first came out and I was like thinking about getting into the game, and then all that stuff happened. I was like, bro, I don't even know if I'm gonna get it if it's this hard to even like get in and experience it. But yeah, it worked out.
And for those of you who have Twitch Prime, first of all, hit your boy with that Twitch Prime. I know y'all got it. I know y'all be using Amazon. Don't play with me. Don't you even play with me. I know y'all be using
You got it. Your parents got it. I know
it.
your grandma got it.
All of y'all hit me with it. But real talk, if you got Amazon Prime and you play New World, go to your gifts or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Oh yeah, it's your loot, whatever. Go to your gaming loot for your Amazon Prime on Twitch, and you should be getting a a pirate set that's gonna be dropping sometime soon. Actually, if not, I think it already dropped.
Yeah, I got.
Actually, yeah, it already
Yeah, I
dropped.
got some. I got some stuff from it. Yeah, it's really cool. That is one really cool thing about Twitch is like if they'll drop and they'll have like their sponsored streams or whatever, and you can get like drops from watching the streams.
Even in some of the
Whether it's like a code to play the game or you're
yeah,
just getting like in-game loot.
even if you don't go to specific people's streams, a lot of the stuff will be in your loot tab. So yeah, if y'all play New World, go to your loot tab. You might have some gifts from New World. No, I'm not sponsored, obviously, but that was just something I thought I plugged. I thought that was cool. And the fact that Amazon made New World too, I guarantee you they're gonna have a lot of good stuff for them. They have one pirate set that already dropped, and the next pirate set is going to be released on the 12th. So in a couple days, you're gonna get the second set.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if all of their loot they drop is gonna be cosmetic, but if it is, I'm not gonna be mad at it.
Me neither. Unless the only I guess like bad thing I can see from it is if the in-game loot you get for grinding and defeating like the legendary or heroic bosses or whatever is like what's the word? I guess like downplayed by the Twitch stuff, but it's usually never like that
Yeah, I
because I know
don't
they
think it
have that in
is.
like WoW, like you can get like stuff on
Mm-hmm.
WoW, but it doesn't like downplay you grinding out some crazy dungeon and getting some insanely rare gear.
Yeah. And from what it looks like all of this stuff is going to be it looks like it's gonna be all cosmetic. But my thing is, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. If I get a set that I don't like, let's say they give us a set that just looks ugly, I'm not gonna cap. You gonna see me going to the trade post and putting this up for sale. For people who don't
Yep.
have Amazon Prime, I'm gonna be auctioning this off. I'm about to make some money on New World. Because some people on that game may not watch Twitch. They probably don't have Amazon. If they don't watch Twitch, then obviously they're not getting the Prime loot. I'm sure you can
Right.
get the pirate sets some other way. Well, you might. I don't know if it's exclusive to Twitch. I'm not sure. I haven't double checked. But yeah, if they're not getting it, then I'm gonna be at the trading post. Y'all can catch me there. I'm gonna be upping the price on it. Going to the hottest bidder.
The trading post is so clutch, especially if you don't feel like going out like grinding, getting all of the materials to craft it. You can just go to the trading post and buy whatever you need.
That's what I just did the other day. I didn't have any like pickaxes or something like that. I was like, I do not want to go out there and chop many more trees. I went straight to the trading post and got me the highest level of each tool to craft. I was like, all right, yep, I'll throw you 50 gold coins. It's fine. But that's dope, man. That's dope. But yo, for those of you who stopped in, I appreciate y'all for coming and vibing with me. We are gonna continue streaming, although that is gonna be the end of our podcast this evening, bro. Hayes, I appreciate you as always, dog. It's been a minute since we did a pod, and since I talked to you in general. It's always good having you here, man.
Appreciate the invite. Always love, chilling and talking about everything and just vibing.